Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. I pay my homage to the Supreme One, to Sama Sambuddha, and I pay my homage to His Supreme Dhamma and His Noble Sangha. I pay my homage to the teachers, to all my teachers who taught me this path of Nibbana. And I also thankful to Bhante Sumita, Dhamma USA, for inviting me to share the Dhamma with you. We have already finished our 3 lectures, and today is our 4th lecture. So we are going to start for the 4th lecture today. Okay. Today we are going to learn about those 4 kinds of realities. So before that, we will invite the Devas to come and listen to the Dhamma, because they all are waiting for us to let somebody invite them to listen the Dhamma. Samanta Chakavalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sadhamang Munirajasa Sunantu Sagamukadam Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Bhadanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So, we have our 4th session today, the 4 kinds of ultimate realities. We have already learned about the origin and benefits of Abhidhamma, its importance, its properties, and 4 kinds of ultimate reality and 2 kinds of truth in Abhidhamma. So, here we have the 4 kinds of realities. As we discussed in the previous classes also, that in Abhidhamma, there are 4 kinds of realities. First is Chitta, next Chetasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. And these are called Paramattha Dhamma. We learned about the ultimate realities and conventional realities. So these are ultimate realities because these works in everyone, no matter whether she's a girl or a boy or thin, tall, rich, poor, because these are conventional truth. But the Chitta and Chetasika working inside them is Paramattha Dhamma, which is working inside all of them except Arahantas. Because Arahantas, they don't make karma, So, how many Chittas are there? There are 121 Chittas. Chittas means consciousness. Then Chetasika, which work together with the Chitta, are 52. Chetasika is the mental factor. Mental factor works with the consciousness, And then we have Rupa. Rupa is the material property or material form, is 28. And then we have Nibbana, and Nibbana is 1. So 121 consciousness, 52 mental factor, 28 material properties, and 1 Nibbana. We are working on these 3 to get the fourth. I will say Chitta instead of consciousness. I would say Chitta instead of mental factor. I will use the term Chetasika and Rupa. We will use the terms in Pali instead of using them in English. So, as we have seen that we have Chitta 121. Out of 121 Chittas, they are divided into 4 parts. We are talking about our consciousness. We have inside, which is working and forming the karma. So the first is Kama Vajra Chitta 54. This is divided into 4 parts. The first part is Kama Vajra Chitta 54. The second is Rupa Vajra Chitta 15. The third is Arupa Vajra Chitta 12. And the fourth is Lokuttara Chitta 40. And if you add them all, 54 plus 15 plus 12 plus 40, that all together make 121 Chittas. Kama Vajra Chitta, they all are further divided, Kama Vajra Chittas are further divided into 3 parts. Akusala Chitta. Akusala means unwholesome. Unwholesome consciousness. So there are 12 types of unwholesome consciousness. Then we have Ahetuka Chitta. Ahetuka means the consciousness of giving the fruition of our karma. It is not like wholesome or unwholesome. It is neutral. It is only giving the vipaka, the phala of our wholesome or unwholesome deeds. And the next one we have Kama Vajra Sobhana Chitta 24. Sobhana is a Pali word which means beautiful. So the wholesome karmas we are making, the wholesome consciousness we have 24 types of wholesome consciousness. So this is the first type, Kama Vajra consciousness, Kama Vajra Chitta 54, which is divided into 3 parts. The first part is unwholesome consciousness, which is 12. The third part is wholesome consciousness, which is 24. And the middle part is Ahetuka Chitta. Ahetuka means the consciousness of fruition. And then we have Rupa Vajra Chitta 15 and Arupa Vajra Chitta 12. Rupa Vajra 15 and Arupa Vajra 12, they combine and they make the Jhana Chitta. Jhana Chitta is what type of Chitta? Jhana means dhana. We say meditation in English. Meditation means jhana, dhyana. So, Rupa Vajra and Arupa Vajra are type of jhana chitta which helps us to reach to Lokuttara. Lokuttara is supramundane. Lokuttara is a state which is of Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami and Arahanta. There are 4 stages of Lokuttara. When a person becomes Arahant, he has to go through the 4 steps. The Arahant is the last step, but the first step is Sotapanna. The next is Sakadagami. The third one is Anagami, and then it becomes the Arahanta. Because we have a lots of defilements, so some of the defilements are eradicated at the level of Sotapanna, some are eradicated at the level of Sakadagami, some are at Anagami, and all are at Arahanta. So Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahanta. These four are from Lokuttara. Here. So how our consciousness works. So our consciousness, usually we have unwholesome consciousness, or sometimes we have wholesome consciousness, right? When we unwholesome and wholesome consciousness we have, when we increase our wholesome consciousness, then we try to enter. You can see a blockage here, a dotted line here. So it is a wall that we have to cross from Kama Vajra, to go from Kama Vajra to Rupa Vajra. So it is a line. So mostly we are in Kama Vajra. Most of us, we are in Kama Vajra. I would say not most of us, but all of us are working in Kama Vajra right now. We have unwholesome consciousness and wholesome consciousness, and we are getting the fruit of it. So when we go from Kama Vajra to Rupa Vajra, for removing, for crossing this bridge, this dotted bridge, from developing our consciousness from unwholesome to wholesome, and then from wholesome to jhana, to meditation. So then we meditate according to the Rupa Vajra and Arupa Vajra. There are 5 types of jhana in Rupa Vajra, and there are 4 types of jhana in Arupa Vajra. So we meditate here, and then we cross again, and then we have this big line, big wall, thick wall, and it takes a lot of efforts to reach to Lokuttara. So we are like stepping, jumping. From Kama Vajra to Rupa Vajra is a long jump. Rupa Vajra to Arupa Vajra is not a long jump, but then Arupa Vajra to Lokuttara, to develop our consciousness from Arupa Vajra Jhana Chitta to Lokuttara, is a very, very, very long jump. So these are the 4 types of chittas. There are 121 chittas altogether, which are divided into 4 parts: Kama Vajra, Rupa Vajra, Arupa Vajra, and Lokuttara. So we are working on Kama Vajra because all of us, we have the Kama Vajra Chitta working always in our mind. So we move further. The 4 classes of consciousness, in Pali we say Chatubidha Chittani. Tat Chittam Tav Chatubidhara Hoti. It says, like, there are 4 types of chittas. First is Kama Vacharam, second is Rupa Vacharam, third is Arupa Vacharam, and fourth is Lokuttaram Chati. You have to learn these words in Pali to understand these words better. So first is Kama Vachara, second is Rupa Vachara. You should pronounce with me Arupa Vachara and Lokuttara Chati. What does it mean? It means of them consciousness first is fourfold, namely consciousness pertaining to the sensuous spheres. The first is Kama Vajra. Kama means sensuous spheres. So the consciousness pertaining to the sensuous sphere. Next is Rupa Vajra. Rupa Vajra is, what is Rupa Vajra? Consciousness pertaining to the form sphere. We will know in detail about these chittas. It is just a translation, a simple translation. And then we have Arupa Vajra. What is Arupa Vajra? Arupa Vajra is consciousness pertaining to the formless sphere. And then we have Lokuttara Chati, supramundane consciousness. Consciousness not related to any sphere, but superior to all of these spheres. We will repeat again. Tat Chittam Tav Chatubidhara Poti. Kama Vacharam, Rupa Vacharam, Arupa Vacharam, Lokuttaram Chati. Consciousness pertaining to sensuous sphere, consciousness pertaining to the form sphere, consciousness pertaining to the formless sphere, and supramundane consciousness. Now we will know in detail about this consciousness. Kama. Kama is either subjective sensuous craving or sensuous objects such as forms, sound, odor, taste, and contact. And avachara. Avachara means that which moves about or that which frequents. So, kama is a Pali word which means the things we are getting from our sensual sense organs. I would say we have eyes and we are watching the forms, different types of forms, we are observing them. So different types of forms are called are like kama is craving for different kinds of form, different kinds of sound. Sometimes we listen to the music. Some people like to listen music. Sometimes some people like to listen Dhamma. So whatever the sound we are having craving for, it is called the Kama Chitta. Kama Chitta means we are having craving. And then odor from our nose, taste from our tongue, and the contact from our body. So we know we have 5 sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and our body. So from eyes we are looking the objects, the forms, different kinds of forms, and from ears we are hearing different kinds of music, different kinds of sounds. From nose we are smelling different kinds of odors. Taste, we are having taste from our tongue, and contact in our body, on our body. So whatever we are craving for, these 5 sense organs, whatever these 5 sense organs are craving for, lies in kama vajra chitta. And avachara means it happens frequently. It is not like we have seen something now and we don't want to see anything now. We have seen something now and then we have craving for it. We will have craving now, and maybe we will have, like today we had a very delicious food, we had a delicious breakfast maybe, and then we are having craving for more. So we are eating more, eating more, eating more, and then maybe after 2 days or 3 days or maybe tomorrow we will have the craving again. Oh, yesterday I had that delicious breakfast, so today I also want to have the same breakfast. So it means you are having craving. So whatever the sense organs are having craving for lies in the kama chitta, and avachra means it happens frequently, it moves about. So kama vajra therefore means that which mostly moves about in the sentient realm, or that which pertains to the senses and their corresponding objects. As a rule, these types of consciousness arise mostly in the aforesaid sentient existence. They are found in other spheres of life as well when objects of sense are perceived by the mind. So I have explained about this, that they are found in other spheres of life as well. Like you can find them in the Deva Bhumi, in the Brahma Bhumi also, and they are perceived by the mind. So we will know much more about it later. Rupa Vajra and Arupa Vajra. Okay, this was Kama, and now we will know about the Rupa Vajra and Arupa Vajra. So Rupa Vajra, Arupa Vajra respectively mean either that which pertains to Rupa or Arupa. You know the meaning of Rupa, right? Rupa means the form, the material, property, the body, we can say. So Rupa is form, or we can say form sphere. And Arupa Jhana. Arupa means no form, or we say formless, formless sphere, or that which mostly moves about in the Rupa and Arupa planes. Rupa lokas are planes where those who develop Rupa jhanas are born. A question now arises. Okay, first let me explain this. There are 31 realms in which a human being, according to his karma, takes birth until he gets the nibbana. When once he attains nibbana, he has no more rebirth, right? So in those 31 realms, we have 16 Rupa realms, or we say Rupa Brahma realms. So, in those 16 Rupa Brahma realms, who take birth in those realms? Actually, like as a human being, if I have controlled or eradicate all my kama vajra chittas, or consciousness related to sensuous sphere, and then I attained the jhana. Jhana means dhyana meditation. I have attained some level of rupa jhana. Then, if I die, I will reborn in Rupa Brahma Bhumi. I will reborn as Rupa Brahma because of I have attained the jhana in human being. So, Rupa Lokas are planes where those who develop Rupa jhanas are born. A question now arises, why are these distinguished as Rupa Lokas when there are subtle material bodies, Rupas, in heavenly planes too? Uh, this is like sometimes people ask us this question, why are these distinguished as Rupa Lokas when there are subtle material bodies, Rupas, in heavenly planes too? In Deva Bhumi, we say Deva Bhumi, there are 6 Deva Bhumi. So in Deva Bhumi also they have Rupa. So why, like, how it is different from the Rupa Brahma? So the commentary explanation is that because beings are born in this plane by developing jhanas based mainly on Rupa Kasina, material objects of concentration such as earth, water, and fire, etc. You see, this is explanation, but how we can explain this? We can explain like, you see, we have kama chittas, right, and then rupa chittas. So those who have the kama chittas still and they die, so they may be reborn in the human being, or maybe the apaya, 4 kinds of apaya. We will discuss about it later. Or maybe they will reborn in Deva Bhumi, 6 kinds of Devabhumi. So Devabhumi is for the people who still have the Kama Chittas, not for the Jhana Chittas. But who has attained the jhanas, they take birth in the Rupa Brahma. Maybe they do both have the body, they both have the form, but the Rupa Brahma are more superior to the Devas because they have attained the jhanas. And in Devabhumi, the people are still there who have not attained the jhanas. So this is the difference between the Rupa and Deva. And then we have the Arupa Lokas. There are 4 kinds of Arupa Lokas without material body. As the name says, Arupa. Arupa means no form. So it is formless. By the power of meditation, only the mind exists in this plane. They have the nama only, they have the mind only, they don't have a body. Like it is formless. uh, uh, the first example for this is the first chitta for this is akasananchayatana. The akasa means sky. The sky, it has like the ayatana. I will explain it about it later. But the akas, we can see the sky. The sky has no form. The sky has no form. So it lies in the arupa lokas. So arupa lokas are the planes without material bodies, and with the power of their meditation, supreme meditation, the mind exists only in this plane, and they are superior to Rupa Brahma. So, the people who have attained these jhanas, they reborn in the Arupa Lokas. And then we had Lok Uttara. Lok Uttara means supramundane, as I have told you. Here, Loka means the 5 aggregate. The 5 aggregate is Nama Rupa. Uttara means above or beyond or that which transcends. It is the supramundane consciousness that enables one to transcend this world of mind body. The first three classes of consciousness are called Lokya. So Loku Uttara. Loka means the, as I tell you, Kama. Kama is Loka, you know. Loka is where we have the five aggregates and the and clinging to these five aggregates. So Loka means clinging to these five aggregates, and Uttara means superior or beyond of these five aggregates, you know. So the people who attains the Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, or Arahanta maybe, they get they are in the Lokuttara consciousness. They have the Lokuttara consciousness. And the other three, which are three, Kama, Rupa, and Arupa. These other three are called Lokiya Chittas. So we have understood that there are 121 kinds of Chittas, which are divided into four parts. Let us revise it again. Okay. First is Kama Vajra Chitta 54. The second is Rupa Vajra Chitta 15. The third is Arupa Vajra Chitta 12. And the fourth is Lokuttara Chitta 40. Kama means the consciousness pertaining to sensuous sphere, which is divided into three parts. And then we have the Rupa Chitta. Rupa means the form sphere, and Arupa the formless sphere, with their mind exists only, not body. And the Lokuttara is supramundane sphere. So these Kama Vajra, Rupa Vajra, and Arupa Vajra, they together they are called Lokiya Chittas. And the last one is called Lokuttara Chitta. So what are we going to do now? We have seen the Kama Chitta, right? Because in as a human being, most of the time our Kama Chitta work. So Kama Vajra Chittas are 54, which is working inside us. The first is Akusala Chitta. Akusala means unwholesome consciousness. The second is Ahetuka Chitta. Ahetuka means the consciousness which is neither good nor bad, neither wholesome nor unwholesome. And then we have Kama Vajra Shobhana Chitta. Kama Vajra Shobhana Chitta means beautiful or wholesome consciousness. So we will discuss about the unwholesome consciousness first. The unwholesome consciousness are of 12 types, which are further divided into three parts. The 12 unwholesome consciousness are divided into three parts. The first is Lobha Chitta 8, the second is Dosa Chitta 2, and the third is Moha Chitta 2. Lobha Chitta 8. Lobha means greed. We all have greed, right? We know that. So there are 8 types of greed consciousness. Then we have dosa. Dosa means hatred. So we have 2 types of consciousness, hatred consciousness. Then we have moho mula chitta. Moho means delusion, or we can say ignorance. So delusion has of 2 types of consciousness. So they all together 8 types of greed consciousness, 2 types of hatred consciousness, and 2 types of ignorance or delusion consciousness. They all together makes unwholesome consciousness 12. They are like the root of a tree. So there are 3 types of main root. Many branches are there from this root, but the main root are 3 only: greed, hatred, and delusion. So we need to control this, because most of the time if we check our consciousness while meditating, you can focus on your consciousness. Most of the time our unwholesome consciousness are working, right? The greed consciousness, the hatred consciousness, and the delusion consciousness. These 3 consciousness are working most of the time inside us. So what are we going to do today? We are going to recite these chittas. these unwholesome consciousness, because it is very important to recite these. There are many benefits of reciting these chittas. The first is that it is the Buddha Vachana, the words of the Supreme One, the words of the Sammasambuddha. And we know that each and every word of the Sammasambuddha is very precious to us, and it is like earning merit when we recite the Buddha Vachana, the words of the Buddha. So these are also the words of the Buddha. So of course, when we recite them, we are earning merits for us, so we can share it with others. The second thing is, when we recite these chittas, no matter whether you memorize them or not, but if you are still you have memorized them very well, but still when you recite them, you have to be concentrated. You have to make your concentration so I would say so strong, because they are very similar actually. When reciting them, they are very similar, but there are difference of only one or two words, not much. So when we recite them, we become more focused or concentrated, so that we don't make any mistake while reciting them in the similar words. So, and the third is, if we would like to understand these chittas well, then of course we should be familiar with the words. Otherwise, we will not be able to understand them. So reciting chittas is very good, and you will enjoy. Once you recite with me, you should recite with me. Everyone should recite with me, so that you will be familiar with the words. And when you start reciting and start memorizing them slowly, then maybe for the whole day it will come to your tongue, and it will come to your mouth. You want to just sing it for the whole day, because it is very beautiful, singing them, or I would say chanting them. So we will talk about, as we have discussed here, that there are 12 types of unwholesome consciousness, which are further divided into three parts, right? The Lobha Mula Chitta 8, Dosa Mula Chitta 2, and Moha Mula Chitta 2. The greed consciousness are 8, the hatred consciousness are 2, and the delusion consciousness are 2. So we will recite together. You just be focused and recite it with me. Immoral consciousness, akusala chittani. Tat katamam kamavacharam. Amongst them, what is kamavachara? So what is kamavachara? The consciousness rooted in attachment is kamavachara. I would say greed here. It is like typo mistake. Okay, we will recite. So manasasahagatam detigata sampayutang asankharikang ekam. Usually we have asankharikang kamavachara akusala lobhamula chittang. So because in the last classes someone asked for the translation of these sentences, here I am translating these, but do not take this translation as full as complete, because these are the not complete translation. We need to dive deeply into these translation. So it is just the translation of the words, one word, one translation. So we say so manasa sahagatam tethigata sampayutam asankharikam kama ekam. What should we do? We will recite these chittas in Pali, all the chittas in Pali first, and then we will talk about their translation, right? It would be easy for you to understand the difference between all the chittas, because they are similar to recite, but there are difference of only one word in each sentence. So we will recite in Pali first, and then we will go on the translation. So manasasahagatam detigata sampayuttam asankharikam ekam. So manasasahagatam detigata sampayuttam sasankharikam ekam. Number 3. Somanasa sahagatam ditthigata vipayuttam asankharikam ekam. Somanasa sahagatam ditthigata vipayuttam sasankharikam ekam. So you see, these 4 are starting with Somanasa, and they have Ditthigata in all these. But if we see the first and second, we have Sampayutta, Sampayutta. And in the third and fourth, we have Vipayutta, Vipayutta. And then we have Asankharikam and Sasankharikam. So you see, the first and the third, the odd numbers have Asankharikam, and the even numbers, the second and the fourth, we have Sasankharikam, right? So how can we translate this? We can translate like one consciousness, the Ekam. You can see the Ekam here at the last. What does it mean? Ekam means one consciousness. Unprompted. Asankharikam means unprompted. What does it mean, unprompted? Maybe you know that, but it is like doing something without the help of other, or without the inspiration of other, or without someone forcing us to do that. It is asankharikam. Asankharikam means we are doing it on our own. Nobody is forcing us, nobody is inspiring us, nobody is asking us to do something. So we are doing it by ourselves. And then Ditthigata Sampayutta. Ditthigata Sampayutta means connected with wrong view. Ditti means view, right? Here we are talking about, because we are talking about the akusala chitta, unwholesome. So whatever we are talking here about is unwholesome. So we have unwholesome because we have ditti, the view. There are 2 types of view, the right view and the wrong view. Because we are talking about unwholesome consciousness, so of course we are talking here about the wrong view, not the right view. So ditti is view, so we are talking about the wrong view. Sampayutta means associated or connected. It is like joined with the wrong view. And we have Somanasa Sahagatam. Sahagatam is accompanied, and Somanas is a pleasurable feeling. So the Somanas here, the first word Somanasa. Somanas actually is a feeling. We have 3 types of feeling. One is pleasurable, second is not pleasurable, and the third is neutral. So we are talking here about the pleasurable feeling. You may say that pleasurable feeling is good, it is wholesome. No, sometimes we do unwholesome things and still we are in pleasurable state, but for some time only, because it will give fruit, right, in future as well. So somanas is pleasurable feeling in doing something akusala, in doing something unwholesome. Somanasa sahagatam, it means accompanied by a pleasurable feeling. Ditthigata sampayuttam, it means accompanied by, connected with the wrong view or associated with the wrong view. Asankharikam, not prompted or unprompted. Ekam, one consciousness. So we are talking here about the lobha-citta, the consciousness rooted in greed. The second is same, but there is only a slight change. It says Somanas sahagatam ditthigata sampayuttam sasankharikam ekam. You can see the difference here. For the first was asankharikam, and the second is here sasankharikam, right? So sasankharikam means prompted. It means that we are inspired by someone, we are forced by someone to do that. You can see that in some situations, we do something wrong sometimes, and when we do something wrong, maybe someone has forced us to do that wrong, right? So when we have done that and someone may blame us or someone ask us why did you do that, then we blame others, that he forced me to do so, he asked me to do that, I did not know anything, I was not aware of the situation maybe, and he forced me to do so. But actually, no matter whether you are doing it by your own or whether you are doing it on the force of something, when someone is forcing you, they both are consciousness, unwholesome consciousness. You cannot justify, if someone is forcing you to do something, so you cannot justify that he forced me to do so, that's why I did not make a karma. You have made a karma, because no matter whether you are forced or not, whether you are prompted or unprompted, doing it prompted or unprompted, but you still are making karma. So we can understand that, right? First is we are doing it by our own, and the second is we are forced to do that. The third is somanas sahagatang ditthigata vipayutang asankharikang ekam. Somanas sahagatang, somanas again accompanied by pleasure, ditthigata vipayutang. Now you can see in the first and in the second one we had ditthigata sampayutta. Sampayutta means we have the wrong view here. But here ditthigata vipayutta, we don't have the wrong view. It doesn't mean that we have the right view. We don't have the wrong view. It means we are not doing it intentionally, right? We can say ditthigata sampayutta. When we have the ditthigata sampayutta, it means we're doing it intentionally. We know the consequences of this karma. So we are connected with the wrong view. So sorry, we don't know the consequences of this karma, So here we have the ditthigata vipayutta. Vipayutta means disconnected with the wrong view. So we don't have the wrong view here. It is not associated with the wrong view. But asankharikam. Asankharikam again means we are doing it on. So if you see, there are some words. Let me give a small recap of these words. The first is somanas. The second is ditthigata sampayut or maybe vipayut. And the third is asankharikam and sasankharikam. So the somanas is pleasurable feeling. Ditthigata means the wrong view. If we have sampayutta, it means connected with the wrong view. And if we have vipayutta, it means it is not connected with the wrong view. And then we have asankharikam and sasankharikam. Asankharikam means we are motivated by ourselves to do that thing. And sasankharikam means someone is inspiring or someone is forcing us to do something. So these are. Now when we move further on the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, because we learned that there are 8 types of consciousness rooted in greed. So we have upekha sahagatang ditthigata sampayutang asankharikam. Let us recite again. The same, all are same, only you have one word change here. Instead of somanas, we have upekha here. Okay, so we will recite it together again. Upekha sahagatang ditthigata sampayutang asankharikang ekang. Upekha sahagatang ditthigata sampayutang sasankharikang ekang. Upekha sahagata ditthigata vipayutang asankharikang ekang. Upekha sahagatang ditthigata vipayutang sasankharikang ekanti. So we have number 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have number 5, 6, 7, 8. All are same except the first word, So in the previous slide, we had the somanas here, and here we have upekha. So only we have the one word change here. So upekha means neutral feeling. Sometimes we do something wrong, so we have greed in inside us, and we are arising the consciousness rooted in greed, but it is like have neutral feeling, indifferent feeling. It is not pleasurable, not unpleasurable, but it has like indifference feeling, or I would say neutral feeling. So the same ekam means unconsciousness, asankharikam means unprompted, Ditthigata Sampayutta, connected with the wrong view, and Upekha Sahagata means accompanied by neutral feeling or indifference. So here we had the four chittas. Imani Attapi Lobha Sahagata Chittani Nama. These 8 types of consciousness are rooted in attachment. Attachment is not a proper word, I would say greed. Okay. Let's move forward. Okay. So, come again here. We have the Akusala Chitta 12, consciousness rooted in, unwholesome consciousness 12, which was divided into 3 parts. So, we have already recited the Lobha Mula Chitta 8. Now, we are going to recite Dosa Mula Chitta 2, consciousness rooted in hatred. And then we will recite Moha Mula Chitta 2, consciousness rooted in delusion. Okay, so let's move. Consciousness rooted in ill will or aversion or hatred, whatever you can say, but the dosa is the proper word for it in Pali. So we will recite it together. Do manasa sahakatang patikha sampayutang asankharikang ekang Domanasasahagatam patigha sampayuttam sasankharikam ekanti. So you can see that some words have changed here. Instead of somanas or upekha, we have domanas here, right? Instead of ditthigata, we have patigha here. And asankharikam and sasankharikam are same. So domanas, we know that we have 3 feeling, right? First is somanas, the second is domanas, and third is upekha. Somanas is pleasurable feeling, domanas is unpleasurable or displeasurable feeling, and upekha is neutral feeling. So now when we are talking about hatred, of course, when we are talking about hatred, we cannot have pleasurable feeling, because hatred does not have pleasurable feeling. Whenever we are like getting angry or getting jealous, maybe, so we are not happy. We don't feel pleasurable, right? So when we are talking about hatred, we always we will have unpleasurable feeling or accompanied by unpleasurable feeling. So, do manasa sahagatam, it means unpleasurable feeling or accompanied by displeasure. Patigha, we talked about the dithi there, and we are talking about patigha. Patigha means ill will. It is a kind of anger, it is a kind of hatred. The main, I said, the main root is hatred, but it is a part of it. So, it is similar. Patigha sampayutta, connected with ill will, and asankharikam. It means coming by itself in our mind, in our body, So it is do manasahagatam patiga sampayutam asankharikam ekam. One consciousness prompted, accompanied by displeasure, connected with ill will. And what is the difference in the another one? Do manasahagatam is same, patigha sampayutam is same, sasankharikam has changed. So sasankharikam means prompted. So when we like someone do something and we get angry, so we blame others and we do not take it on ourselves that because of him I got angry, because of him I did this. So if you are getting angry because of someone, if you are getting jealous because of someone, or if you have arisen hatred consciousness because of someone is forcing you, or someone is acting as acting weirdly or acting indifferently to make you angry. So still you have consciousness rooted in ill will, and you are making karma, no matter who is forcing you, or who is asking you, or who is making you angry. So, imani, dvepi, patigha sampayutta chittani nama. These two types of consciousness are connected with ill will. Let's move to the next slide. Now we will talk about the consciousness rooted in delusion or ignorance. Upekha sahagatam vichikicha sampayuttam ekam. Upekha sahagatam udhacha sampayuttam ekanti. So we have upekha, we have neutral feeling, because no matter how fool a person is, no matter how wise a person is, how um, unwise a person is, he has upekha feeling, upekha neutral feeling. So the, what do I say, the foolish person, they have the neutral feeling, because they don't know that they should get wisdom, they should learn how to be wise, and they should attain more, and they should get more and more knowledge. So they have always have upekha neutral feeling about that. Upekha Sahagatan. So for delusion, we have Upekha in both chittas. So Upekha Sahagatam accompanied by indifference. And then we have two words here, Vichikicha and Uddhacha, and both are Sampayutta. Sampayutta we know connected or associated. Vichikicha is doubts. We have doubts about what? It is not the simple doubts. It is not the doubt of how you can make the good food, or how you can get ready, or how you can complete your task. These are not the doubts. Actually, we are talking here about the doubts about Buddha, about the Dhamma, about the Sangha, because we still have a lot of doubts about the Buddha, about the Dhamma, and about the Sangha, right? We still have doubts about rebirth, or maybe previous birth. We still have doubts about the dependent origination, or maybe paticca samuppada. So the doubts we have about the Buddha, about Dharma, about Sangha, about learning Dhamma, because some people think that, okay, there is Dhamma, there is Buddha, we can only worship, and there is no need to learn Dhamma. So some people believe that. So it means they have doubt about learning Dhamma. So Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and also doubts about learning Dhamma, doubts about previous birth, and or maybe next birth, because some people believe that we did not have a previous birth. Human being is the first birth, and now we make karma, and we will have a lot of births after that. But some people believe that human being is the last birth, because at the Buddha's time also there were many communities and many teachers who used to think like that. So they have different names also. So some people believe that there was no previous birth, and the human birth is the first birth, and then we will have a lot of birth after that. But some people believe that there were many births before human being, and the human being is the last one. Some people believe that. Some people say that we don't have a previous birth, we will not have a next birth. Only the human birth is the only birth we have. So just eat, drink, enjoy. So whatever you want to do, just do it. And Buddhist belief, because the Buddha told us that there are previous lives, there were previous lives, there will be next lives, and the human being is just in the middle of that. And Buddha experienced those things. Buddha visited the 31 realms, and he visited and he experienced those things. And after his experience, he taught us. So here are Vichikicha. Vichikicha means doubts, doubts connected with Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, learning Dhamma, Paticca Samuppada, or maybe previous birth, next birth. So if we have a lot of doubts, it means we have the consciousness rooted in delusion, and only the Dhamma listening the Dhamma as much as you can. If you listen the Dhamma and then you analyze it, you meditate and just get deep into it. So then only your doubts will be cleared. You will become wise one day and all the doubts will be cleared. The next we have Upekha Sahagatam Udacha Sampayutam. Udacha means restlessness. We all have, right? We all are restless in our minds. No matter when we are sitting, we are talking, we are eating, something and something is running each and every moment in our mind. So it is restless. And why it arises? Why the restless arise? Because we have the consciousness rooted in delusion. So the same is the solution for this also. The more you listen to Dhamma and the more you analyze it, the more you observe yourself, your mind becomes calm and peaceful. So the consciousness rooted in delusion are two. First is connected with doubts and the second is connected with restlessness. And you may have noticed that we don't have asankharikam or sasankharikam here. Actually, these two are asankharikam. There is no sasankharikam because these doubts and these restlessness, it arises by ourselves. Nobody forces us to be restless or nobody forces us to have doubts, right? So these two are asankharikam. So imani dvepi muhamula chittani nama. Ichchevam sabbatha pi dwadasa kusala chittani samattani. These two types of consciousness are rooted in sheer ignorance. Thus, and in all, the 12 types of immoral consciousness. Summary. Attadha lobhamulani dosamulani cha dvidha mohamulani cha dviti dwadasa kusala siyum. 8 are rooted in attachment. You see? Attadha lobhamulani. Atta means 8. Lobhamulani means consciousness rooted in attachment or we say greed. So 8 are rooted in greed. Dosamulani cha dvidha. Dvidha means dvi means 2, dha means 10. 10 or 2. 12 may say out of 12 we have dosamulani. How many we have? 2, right? 2 in ill will. Then mohamulani cha dveti. So 2 of dosa and 2 of moha. So we have 2 in ignorance. Dwa dasa. Dwa means 2. Dasa means 10. Akusala. See you. So 12 akusala. Thus there are 12 types of immoral consciousness. So we have recited these 12 types of immoral consciousness today and how it lies in the Kamavachra Chitta. I will end my slides here today. Just a second. Okay. So I will end my slides here today. We have okay. So we recited the 12 types of consciousness, unwholesome consciousness, from where the chitta begins. So there are 12 types of unwholesome consciousness, 8 unwholesome consciousness rooted in greed, 2 rooted in hatred, and other 2 rooted in delusion or ignorance. And they are sometimes arise by ourselves, and they are sometimes forced or asked or inspired by others. Now, in further classes, we will learn more about more chittas and how they work, why they work, how they work, and how to stop them making unwholesome, or how to control them. It is very difficult to stop them at once because, as I told you, it is possible at the Arhanta stage only. But being a normal human being, it is possible to control them sometimes. So we will learn how to control them, how to control these unwholesome consciousness. We will learn in the further classes. Today, it's enough for today's session. I bless you all. You may keep learning this Dhamma, Abhidhamma especially, and just analyze and observe your consciousness when it is lobha, when it is dosa, or when it is moha. And keep observing until the next Monday. I bless you all. It's Monday here, so that's why I'm saying Monday. It's Sunday for you until the next Sunday. So I bless you here, and Bhante Sumita is also here. I am not sure whether he is able to turn on his mic and camera. I give blessings to you. Bhante is here.
Okay, thank you so much, Bhikkhuni,
Sadhu,
for
sadhu,
the
sadhu.
wonderful session again. Yeah, I'm
Sadhu, sadhu.
still in Dubai. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I was watching still. Yeah,
Okay. Bhante, we have a question here in the chat box on YouTube. Zozo Z.
this one.
Yeah. Dear Bhikkhuni, can you make an accessory video and chant the Pali 4 times for Lobha, Dosa, and Moha? I would love to practice over the weekend. This to my daily practice. Thank you deeply.
Okay.
Of course, Zozo, actually, I was planning to do it because Indian people also want the chanting for the chittas. So I will not make only for the Lobha, Dosa, and Moha. I will make a video for all the chittas, recitation of all the chittas, 121. And I will do it soon and I will share it with you so that you can practice and everyone can practice, Indians also. So I will make a video of recitation of 121 chittas. Thank you for your advice and stay blessed.
Yeah.
But then we should end the session. Yeah.
Also for the people
Yes.
who asked the other sessions on the same channel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the fourth session. So the previous three lessons are also available, and there will be more lessons to come. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Yes. We have 3 session on the same channel, and if like some Indians are there who would like to listen in Hindi, then we have a different channel. We always share our channel link in the group as well, the My USA group as well. So you can join in Hindi session if you are comfortable with Hindi. Otherwise, we are here on for English. So we have done the 3 sessions already. Keep joining for further sessions.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Bhikkhuni, if you can share the link of your channel, you can also post it here so other people can take a look.
Yes, Mate. Just a second. I'm sharing the link in the chat box here. I have shared already. So this is the link for the Abhidhamma classes in Hindi.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah.
But
Thank you
they
so much
kindly
everyone for
give
joining. A lot of
blessings.
people joined today as well. And yeah, we will continue to proceed with this Abhidhamma class. And also, Bhikkhuni Dhammadinna is in Sri Lanka today, I guess. So, if any one of you want to meet her in Sri Lanka, hopefully you will have an opportunity.
Yes, I'm in Sri Lanka today. Right now, I am in Colombo. Okay, sorry. I'm in Sri Lanka right now. I'm in Colombo, and after just finishing this class, we are leaving for Mihintele, as Bante told me, it's pronunciation.
Mihintale. Yes.
Mihintale. So we are leaving for Mihintale right now, and we will be there. I think in the afternoon. It takes 4 to 5 hours there, and in Mihintale we will go to the place where the Mahinda met the King Devanampiyatissa at that time, and we will visit the Anula Stupa also, which is recently excavated here, and then we will go to Anuradhapur. Today we will not visit Anuradhapur. We will stay there, and the day after tomorrow, early morning, they have some kind of puja, right, at Siri Bodhi tree. So
Bodhi, yeah, we call Sri Mahabodhi tree.
Sri Mahabodhi tree, they have some different kind of puja bhante, I think, early
Maybe,
morning.
maybe there are always lot of people gathering.
Okay.
Maybe a special function. I don't know. Even.
Okay. So we are going to join that puja the day after tomorrow in Anuradhapur at early morning.
Nice,
Yes. So
nice.
if there are some Sri Lankans, they can join us, they can meet.
And we have a university there, actually just close by where I was teaching. I think there are around 500 Buddhist monks learning there.
Wow.
Um, yeah, just close by the Sri Mahabodhi tree.
What
And
is the
one
name of the university, Bhante?
Bhikshu University of Sri Lanka.
Okay. I will try my best to visit that also
Right, right. Yeah. When I
eventually.
visit, I will also, yeah, go take a look, and yeah, I will meet some of my friends
Sure,
over
Bhante,
there.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Bhante, I need to
Okay. I
leave.
wish you also safe and happy
Okay.
journey, safe travel, and enjoy your travel in Sri Lanka. Thank you so much.
I wish you also, Bhante, have a safe travel to Sri Lanka, have a safe trip to Sri Lanka,
Okay. Thank you so
and
much.
hope to meet you here.
Yeah.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Bhante, kindly give blessings to everyone joining here.
Oh, yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I think we had a lot of people tuning in, and we really want to appreciate everyone for joining us today, and also for this Abhidhamma session. I would say it's always a pleasure learning about the Abhidhamma, and also when we uh, go take a little more deep dive. This is just a beginning, so I think this beginning will make everyone more comfortable in the true Dhamma. So hopefully this will be more helpful to understand the deep side of the profound teaching of the Buddha. And I really appreciate Bhikkhuni Dhammadinna for taking your time and effort. Even while traveling, you wanted to go live instead of sending us the recorded version. Really appreciate. And yeah, this
Yes.
is why we are so committed. Even while I'm traveling, I'm also taking, monitoring if everything is okay. So
Yes.
yeah, we want to appreciate everyone who help us, everyone who join us, everyone who shows interest in learning the Abhidhamma. So with the help of with the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem, may all of you, and all you near and dear ones be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever you are. May our wonderful Bhikkhuni Sākya Dhammadinnā also be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May you always be safe and protected wherever you are. May you be able to accomplish your spiritual goals as soon as possible. May you be protected and guided by the Noble Triple Gem, by all Devas, Brahmas, and all Kalyana Mitra friends, so that you can do more and more for the well being and happiness of the world. With that, we conclude today. Maybe with a short chanting, we can conclude. Give a short blessing to all of you. Sabbidhyo vivajjanto sabbarogo vinasato mate bhavatvantarayo sukhe dighayo bhava bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sankhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te.
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.